right, good morning, everyone. 8:30. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hi, welcome. This is Angel, your host, Beyond Charts Morning Brew, and we're getting ready today. It's a big day today. We got CPI numbers about to come out anytime now. Let's give you that numbers. We're gonna get going. It is now February 10th, 2022. All right, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go, let's go. Let's see what these CPI numbers have to offer. Don't know what is going to happen here, but let's see. All right, guys. All right. All right, we're dropping. Amazon's dropped. Amazon just dropped about 20 points. Google just dropped about 30 points. All right, let's go.
October of last year being the most recent. If we strip out food and energy,
6% up CPI. So consumer price index is up, guys. About 0.6, 0.5. I was hoping that was going to be bullish scenario for the market. 0.6 was not a bullish scenario. Amazon is dropping down to 3,200, 3,219. We got, what else do we got? Let me see here. Tesla just dropped about another 10 points. What else am I looking at here? Netflix holding steady. All right, Palantir just dropped about 70 cents. Doesn't move that much. All right, so things are not, what do we got? Month after month. All right, guys, so, all right, let's just find out what the price went. This is just numbers here. Let's go. All right, I'm going to turn this guy off here. All right. What is going on over here? Getting a double echo, guys. All right. Don't want that one. And I definitely don't want this. All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I can do that. Let's get him going. All right. All right, guys, what's up? What's up? Good morning. What's up, James? Good morning. Good morning. ES just started screaming, just dropped about 20. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys, here's the thing, guys. Pretty simple day today. CPI numbers, right? They're hot. Inflation's pretty high. So, again, CPI numbers came out actually 7.5, 7.3 was forecast. So, they're hot. They're hot. All right, let's go. We kind of expected this. Let's go see how the market translates to this. Right now, we have the futures. Futures are at, let's see where we're going at here. I'm going to go off. Where the futures? I just don't know where the futures are at. All right, let me go here. Let me go to Barron's. All right. Report is on deck. Yeah, okay, so futures are down. All right, they're only down 2.25. We're at 45.75. Dow's holding a little stronger. NASDAQ is down. 10-year note is up. Guys, look at this. We're at almost at 2%. Oil is up. That's not good. If oil is above $90, it's not going to be good for the markets, all right? But let's go. Let's see what's going down. The VIX is higher. Okay, so let's just dive into it. So today, what do we got? Let me go into the futures market here. Okay, so futures market. We got the one-day chart here. We rally pretty nicely here. Right now, what's transpiring? If I go to the 1 minute, we just sold off, guys. So this is just an indicative. We rallied into CPI, okay? 8:30. So the highs here were 45.83 for today for the futures. We have not, there's not a single lot that has been purchased above 45.83. Make note of that. 45.83 is going to be pretty significant. Okay, we're going to go to the 4 a.m. hour, which is right in here. 4 a.m. is going to be right there. So 45.69. Okay, so we're still okay. If we start breaking that below that, then we're probably going to sink a little bit more. I think that the market right now just got, it just sank into that number. This was 810. Actually started getting cold feet right below that. When the number broke out, and I'm getting delayed reactions here. We're probably a little bit lower, but we're heading a little bit lower here. So futures are down $34. Okay. So this is delayed reaction here. So if anybody knows on TOS what the futures are currently right now, can you please put it in the chat? Actually, the number. All right. So ultimately, the market is having a reaction towards this number. Okay. So let's go into overall markets where we're at. The overall what's going down. There's a few information that came out. Disney came out and just dropped 20 points. What's the level? Do you know? Okay, so James, we got 45.37. Thank you. 45.37. So okay, so we got 45.37. So 45.37 is going to put us right in 45.37 currently is going to put us that's the futures. 45. So let's add 10 right under that 45.50. Okay, that's a key level. That's a key area right now. So we're going to be right under that. Okay, so we're declining, guys. We're going to fill in this gap. More than likely, we're probably going to head down to 45.30 on the XPX and fill this gap the same way that we filled this gap right now. Okay, we filled this gap yesterday when we gapped up and we held there. All right, so let's go there. So let's go into the overall market environment. Again, guys, we have on the XPX, NASDAQ, and Russell, we have a major wall up there of 45.98. That's also where the 50-day moving average is. And here we have it. So it's right there, guys. It's right there. So again, note that that's going to be pretty difficult for us to get up there. We need some news. We need something for us to go a little bit higher than that. Okay. So let me get rid of myself and let's go into full mode. All right. So now, if this thing starts, it looks like it's going to decline. Okay, so yesterday, this is what happened. We got the breakout that we wanted, right? As I told you in the beginning of the week, as I said in the market and the market ahead, we're probably going to go into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday, we're probably going to break out. So let me just show you. This is Thursday. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday today. This is Wednesday. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We were consolidating sideways. We broke out yesterday. This is a breakout. Now, we had some strong headwinds up here, and we filled in the gap. Today, we're probably going to head lower. Are we going to stay within this gap? So the levels for the week still remain intact. So again, we're going to see. Now, if we're going to break 45.50, more than likely we're going to stay in the levels here of this low. If we start breaking below here, then more likely we're probably going to go to these lows here. So again, I did write something down of 3 scenarios I played out. Let me see. I wrote it in for a group. So here, scenario 1, if the cash open is above, and this is on the ES, if the cash open is above 45.56, or if we bid above 45.56 within the first hour, this will be the bullish scenario for me for targets of 45.92 and 45.96. This is on the ES, but just translate that for the XPX. Scenario 2, if the open or offer below 45.56 is a neutral scenario for me, as long as we retain support of 45.24 and 45.36. In this case, I anticipate 45.24, 45.36 zone to offer some support as its top of the multi-day range. So pretty much, are we going to stay in this range? Okay, that's neutral. Now, if we start breaking below, then that's 45.24 or below. Then some panic selling might occur right in this area. Okay, and then it's going to lead way to 44.80. Okay, which actually it's right in the middle here. 45, where was it? 45.24, 45.36, right in there. And then it's probably going to lead to 44.80, which is on the bottom range of here. Okay, to 45.70. If this breaks out, then we're going to go lower. All right. So again, that's kind of like, and I'll demonstrate to you on the XPX a little bit more clear. As far as the NASDAQ is down right now as well. 1500 was pretty strong. So let's go in there. right under the 200-day moving average. We're probably going to work away. We had a breakout yesterday. Things were looking good, but the volume was pretty low on a lot of these breakouts. But let's see what happens. Anything is possible. Yeah, Alphabet, Google just dropped big time. Okay, Russell was much stronger. I don't have the numbers on Russell yet, but again, let's see what happens here. As far as the XPX, let's look at the VIX. VIX is climbing. Okay, so VIX above 2132. Fear is entering into the marketplace. If this continues, that means there's going to be more fear than there were yesterday. People are encouraging buying more puts, buying more protection. Let's see. It's dying down. Let's see if this goes higher at the open. At the open, if this starts skyrocketing and starts breaking above 23.48, then more than likely we're probably going to head lower. Okay. Now let's see how it reacts here. There's some, looks, if it stays in this area, then that's okay. The market's taking that information and saying, okay, we're okay with this. We still want to go higher. Okay. So it's thinking about it. But again, let's wait to 23.49 on the VIX for it to be stupid bearish. If we start breaking 24.84 or 26, then we're probably going to head lower. This is how we're going to utilize the VIX. This is on the hourlies. T-notes, they're climbing, right? So again, if it climbs above 2, I don't think that the market has factored that in yet. I think it's factored in a 2% year hike on the 10-year note. Anything above that, I think we probably could head lower. Okay, so this is how we play this. As far as somebody asked me about Bitcoin, let's see what Bitcoin is doing before I go into the XPX. But Bitcoin is right there, okay, having a little bit of reaction right now. Again, sellers coming in currently right now at 45,436. Let's see. Now, I like the Bitcoin above 50. MACDs are still going a little bit higher. Now, here's the thing, guys. Bitcoin is not going to skyrocket straight up. It doesn't move that way, okay? So we know where the levels are at. It broke out. Let it come back to retest. As long as it holds the 50 and the MACDs don't turn below 0, then Bitcoin is still pretty good. Okay, so as far as that happens, we're okay. Now, if you look at Bitcoin, depending on your horizon of how you're investing, right? It doesn't matter if you're a day trader, long-term trader, whatever you are. We have to look at Bitcoin to your time frame of investment style or trading style. If you're in this thing for a long term, then maybe you shouldn't be looking at the hourlies. Maybe look at a longer time frame, maybe weeklies. On the weeklies, you're on the lower range of Bitcoin. So if we look at that and we look at the upper range, again, you want to buy near the lower range. If this is a believer in Bitcoin, you believer in what it's offered, believer in the technology, and your time frame is weeks, you're not planning to sell it. And here's the thing, it's 52 weeks in a year. Are you planning to sell it in and out, in and out, in and out on a daily time frame within 2-3 months, locking in those momentum gains? If not, then maybe you should probably look at a longer time frame, weeklies, right? You don't have time to trade it, but you definitely want to pick your spots where you want to invest in it. And what I mean by that, you don't want to invest up here when everybody's selling it. And this is where we find key levels of support and resistance, or key levels of supply or demand. And up here, there's a lot of supply, meaning that it's for sale. Down here, it's a lot of demand, meaning people buy it. Pretty simple. Right now, we're in a demand area, so we'll see. The 50-day moving average is just the average of price in the last 50 days, right? So this is average 50 days, the price. So this is the medium. So anything below that will qualify as undervalued in the last 50 days. Anything above that will be overvalued in the last 50 days or weeks. That's how we read that, depending on how you buy Bitcoin. Now, if you're a little bit longer time frame, then you want to look at monthlies, right? And again, monthlies, 12 months in a year. Where do you want to buy it? Well, I want to buy it at the lower range, upper range, lower range. Now, it's still a little bit overvalued, people. According to the 50 months, the value of Bitcoin should be around 19,000. In the last 50 months, the average of Bitcoin should be 19,000. Pretty simple. Well, it's sitting at 44. Do you want to wait till it hits 19,000? Well, it's up to you. It might not hit it, or the 50-day might move up to it. But again, we want to get Bitcoin close. Again, and that's how you read the 50-day moving average. Just wanted to give you that. Just spend a little time there to show you how to develop the 50-day moving average if you're an investor. As far as MicroStrategy, working his way up. Ethereum halting right there. All right, let's go into the good stuff. Let's look into the XPX. All right. XPX. All right, we're going to open below 45.50 right in there. Okay, so pretty hard, that 4,600. Pretty hard. Are we going to break above that? Probably not. Okay, but anything is possible. But right now, we're having a negative reaction. I'm noticing what I'm looking at right here. Why am I looking at Palantir? No, trade Palantir. But I'm looking at Amazon. Amazon just is dropping. Now, Amazon's also dropping because Mrs. Bezos always sells after earnings. So that's another added pressure that Amazon is getting. Tesla just dropped also pre-market. So there's a lot of things that are dropping here. Let's see. So more than likely, we're probably going to head down to this 44. We're going to fill in this gap, and the gap is going to be around 45.30. Let's see what happens at the 50-day. We like taking our trades at the 50-day moving average. Okay, guys? So again, watch that. As far as the 15-minute time frame, too far away from the 50, so a pullback is imminent. Can we hold 45.50? If 45.50 is going to present a case for a trade. Okay, so let it come back down to the 50-day moving average, and we're going to watch the MACDs and see which way we want to go. If it bounces, remember, the XPX doesn't like to stay in one place or one time. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. 50 days right there. Let's see. So is it going to bounce or is it going to break through? So we're going to find out. There's going to be a trade at the open. Let's see what happens there. As far as let's look at the movers here. If you look at the movers, let's see. Okay, so let's look at what's going to move today, possibly. I gave you the scenario. XPX probably going to pull back. NDX going to pull back. Let's see what happens at that 14,854. This is also the QQQs, SPY. So if you don't want to trade the XPX or the NASDAQ, you're going to go with the SPY or QQQs. Same thing. Okay, now we're going to see what happens at there. It can drop down to about 14,644. All right, and then it could probably meet the high. So the highs right now are going to serve levels of supply. Russell should drop. I don't have the numbers on Russell yet. I'm gonna check it out at the end. Google just dropped. Okay, Google just dropped. So Google dropped at the open. Okay, let's see. It's trying to get some buyers right there. Again, but right there, it just dropped. So let's see if it continues. If the MACDs break zero, then this is going to tell me that Google is more likely going to sell off. It can probably get down to 27.57, and then we got 27.40. Remember, Google was one of the strongest stocks. So if this drops, everything else might drop with it. All right, Amazon. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon just dropped. We also have Mrs. Bezos, who sells every quarter. Okay, so watch Amazon. Now, I'm going to show you Google is in a range. Amazon, it's in a range. So everything was range bound. Okay. So right now, Amazon is selling off. Just broke the levels of 3,200. If this continues, now looks like it's going to continue. Now, this is pre-market. We can't trade pre-market. But if this continues, it's probably going to head down to, more than likely, it's going to head down to 3,150. Or 3,111. If it breaks that, it's going to go down to 3,008. I don't know if we're going to have a bearish trade today, like a full bearish trade, but it's selling off. More likely 3,111. Tesla selling off. Again, for guys in my class, these are the lines that we're looking for. Look how tight they are. They're selling off. This is why we pay close attention to the windiness of a line, especially on a very volatile stock, because when it sells off, it's going to sell off. It's selling off. Now, is this going to continue into the close? Now, Tesla, it's in a range, guys. So this is what I'm going to show you on Tesla. It's in a range. So big numbers. This has been the last 5-10 trading days in Tesla. 950 is huge. Beast. Write this in your calendar. When Tesla breaks 950, it's going to explode. Okay, it's going to be, you're going to see buyers up there like you've never seen before. Now, the question is, James, let's pay close attention. It needs to break 950, okay? Because there's a lot of selling pressure up there. Now, when it gets to 950, just wait, but it's going to move like you haven't seen. Now, is it going to move today, tomorrow, next month, next year, 5 years from now? I don't know. You have to watch it. But just watch it. Is right there. Now, as far as range bound, Tesla is going to sell off. Okay, but look, it has sold off. These are the levels in Tesla: 902, 895, 881. It's going to hold. Now, remember, Tesla spent, I think for the first time, 791 It only spent there very, very little, and then it went up higher. So I noticed something on Tesla too. If you look at Tesla, this is the daily part. Breaking below that level is holding. If you look at the weekly part, I want to show you something. Tesla, this is the 50-week moving average, okay? Tesla has only touched the 50-week a couple of times. And look at that day with the 792. That only touched it for a little bit. And look where the buyers came in. They came in at the 50-week moving average on Tesla. So if you're an investor, it's you want to look at things from an outside point, like a further time point of view, and identify where the investors are buying it. Remember, if you're an investor, you want to get something at good value, deep value. So again, this is what I mean. If you talk to my Bitcoin guys, and I just told the example, Tesla's a perfect example. This is the last 50 weeks, so 52 weeks in a year, and Tesla has hit, right? And it was at 1,200. This is why investors bought it at 791, 792. As an investor, you're like, man, this is the best deal in the last 52 weeks because I just got it at, so the 50-day movement is like fair value for the last 52 weeks. They got it at fair value. They didn't get it undervalued because it hasn't been undervalued for quite some time, but they got it at fair value, and anything above that is overvalued in the 52-week time frame. All right, so this is why I just want to share that with Tesla in a way that you can maybe add that to your investment strategy. And this is what I teach in the class, guys. You know, again, go deep to how to take the technicals and add it to your perspective, to your training style, instead of trying to follow everybody on TikTok or YouTube, even myself, or this guy. You know, I feel sorry. There's a guy on YouTube. Meet Kevin, really smart individuals, like did a lot of great things, but I've been in this business a long time, and he just freaked out and sold his whole portfolio. He had about a $20 million portfolio, something like that. He freaked out. Now here's the thing: when I look at him, great information, but man, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, nor do I want to be. But I definitely want to be. I don't want to be the smartest guy in the room. But here's the thing: when I notice him, that he suffers from what's called analysis paralysis. Again, keep things simple. Keep things simple. Don't overanalyze things. Pick your spots. And this is what the class offers, to make a rational decision despite of any news that comes out, so we can, you know, again, maximize your portfolio. But this is what I want to share with Tesla. So we're dropping. So what? We're dropping. Let it drop. ISRG holding strong. CMG looking good. Look at this, CMG. Now here's the thing with CMG. And I'm noticing a lot of like Disney too, which is crazy. God, there's still a lot of money out there. So again, having high oil prices, I think that inflation, and I've read a report that inflation was good because there's too much money out there, right? There's the savings accounts are way out there. So again, you know, if there's too much money out there, what's the best way to get some of that money is raise prices. So what I've noticed with CMG, and this is my lead to my next point, is that CMG is passing the buck to its consumers, right? You go to CMG, you're probably paying $2, $3, $4, $5 more, depending on where you live, for your burrito bowl, right? They're passing the buck to the consumer. And they're doing it without pissing people off too much until they don't, right? And we noticed that with Disney earnings, Disney came out with earnings, right? And they found out that people are still going to the parks. They're charging 50% more or something like that for, they're charging a lot more for ticket prices to go into the VIP line. Guess what? 50% of the people who go to the park are paying for that added feature. So this is the you know, we live in this environment. So yeah, of course. So why not raise prices? But CMG right now is looking fire. Yes, win. You're in that. I like that win. All right, but CMG is looking fuego. Look at this. It's setting up. It's at 1583, guys. It's setting up. Let me repeat that. Setting up. What are we going to be looking for? Well, right here. If it bounces and we get a bounce here, then it could go a little higher. What's going to make it go fuego? I'm going to share with you. This is the setup. And it could bounce right off of that 1583. Watch it. 1616 is resistance or supply there. If that gets taken out, boom, it's gone. It's going to fly today. So again, even today, CPI numbers, this is being bought. This is being bought. So again, identify where it is. Now I'm going to just kind of break this down because I want to really help you guys. If we look at the 1 minute time frame, let's see. And again, just want to see how to set this up. On the 1 minute time frame, we're going to find support right at wherever this is at again. But again, watch it at 1606. Right, 1606. Let's see if this can keep going, and 1612 to really get it going, and 1614. And this is how we dissect this thing. All right, so look at that. I just gave you the gold. I gave it to you. I needed to give you something because I want you guys to make some money here. Now, here's the thing. If it fails right there, it's probably going to go lower. How low is it going to go? It's probably going to go to 1504 and maybe consolidate in this here at 1434. All right, so there it is. All right. CMG. All right. So I like that one. Shopify. Let's go into Lamb Research selling off. So, okay, the chips we sold off 50, working his way lower. Don't like it. Now for LRCX 610, pretty hard. It's at the 50. Where's it going to go? Probably 577. 573, 577. Goldman Sachs ripping. Okay, so they're going to raise interest rates. So the XPX shouldn't sell off pretty hard. Goldman Sachs is ripping. So the banks are liking the possibly high interest rates. Okay. So let's see. Goldman Sachs is ripping. Let's see if it can have some legs at the open. Netflix working his way lower. Okay, working his way lower. Working his way lower. Let it drop. Okay, Roku. Working his way. Roku might be setting up to 167 like CMG. Do the process that I did with CMG with you. It's 856. So I'm going to have to skedaddle a little bit here, but pick the one you want. Do the same thing I did with CMG and break that down and pick your spot. But it's looking good right there. NVIDIA. Okay, I was setting this up before the open, like just before I got on this call. It broke down. It was setting up. It's breaking down. NVIDIA is working its way lower. 272 is pretty hard on NVIDIA. Let me just show you this with you. Okay, so NVIDIA was rallying, right? Nice bounce here. Great company. Has earnings on February 16. And again, so bouncing right there. So NVIDIA's having a little bit of reaction. I still maybe set that up for maybe earnings play because I think they're going to do well with it. But if we look at the hourly perspective, not 2 hours, hourly. Okay, we had a breakout right there. It is going to pull back. So let it pull back. It can pull back to about 254. 50-minute time frame, we're breaking down. So again, let it pull back. We had a nice run here. So let it pull back. 254 is going to put me right in this spot. And let's see what happens there. But right now is working his way lower. So again, let it drop. All right. What was the question here? Let me see. The question is, if you see this, is the CPI coming out today? Something like that. Yeah, CPI already came out 8:30 this morning. Temporary retrace. Yeah, so right now, just basically with the CPI numbers, again, they came in super, super hot. And now we're just seeing how the market's reacting to it. So again, what we're noticing is that the tech is getting affected because now the CPI number just signals to the Fed that they need to raise interest rates, right? So the hope of them not raising interest rates. So the a Fed member, what's her name? I forget her name, but it's a her now. I found that out. She came out yesterday and she said basically, she came out very dovish. And I'll tell you her statements here. I wrote it down in a chat that I was doing. Let me see. All right. So the chat was basically, she said a lot of statements. She said, that very dovish, that the Fed is taking a back seat, that we don't feel we need to raise interest rates. We're going to wait on data-driven information. And that's why we rallied yesterday, because she came out with very dovish words and verbiage. And that's one of the reasons the market said, oh, maybe CPI numbers are not going to be, because remember, if CPI numbers came in around 0.5, we would have probably rallied, right? Because the market was prepped for that. But they came in around 0.6, 0.7. So again, we're looking at that. And that's not normally a good case for tech. Now, Mercado Libre, I don't get the numbers, but they rallied. This is probably going to pull back as well. Again, watch Apple 170. So here's a scenario. If Goldman breaks 373, because it just pulled back, and Apple breaks 170, we're gonna go lower. We're gonna go lower. Okay, so watch that. Those are key components to Those are key components to the XPX or the overall S&P 500. If you're a Bitcoin guy, well, you want to know, watch the XPX or the SPY, because the XPX and Bitcoin has been going, they've been trading alongside each other. Okay, so the S&P 500 is the S&P is the biggest market of the world. So again, is 500 of two of the strongest companies in America. So Apple right now, again, holding steady, consolidating here. Let's look at where Apple's at the weekly range. Again, Apple's right up there, looking pretty good on the weekly range. On the daily, let's see if Apple can probably pull back. But look, guys, 170. If it starts breaking that, then we're probably going to be looking, a little bit bearish. So right there, this is 170. Watch Apple at 170. Okay. As far as where can it go, Apple can probably pull back to about, on the hourlies, okay, it's probably going to go down to 171. This is the range Apple's in. It's going sideways consolidation, but breaks 170. It's going to go down to this range of 158, 160. So again, watch Apple as a barometer to where the S&P 500 can go. Okay, Shopify working its way lower. Just got a downgrade on Shopify. These guys have earnings coming up. I like Shopify earnings play coming up. It has earnings next week. We'll probably set that up for earnings play. So let it drop. I'll talk about that. Let it drop. All right. Let's go. Let's see. All right, TTD. Looking for now Affirm. They have earnings. So this Affirm and Upstart. If you want to trade, Affirm has earnings after the bell. Now, there's a lot of theories out there. Again, my theory is this, guys. They say watch Visa, watch MasterCard. They're not the same model, right? But again, all I know is this. What I read a report a couple of months ago, 53% are defaulting on their first payment, right? Because if you have the money, you're going to use of credit card. Well, Affirm isn't that. And they also have a deal with Amazon. Amazon did well on their earnings, but did they? They were average, right? So I don't know if Affirm's going to do well, but it's a flip coin on earning. Just know that it can go either way. Upstart is a component of it's their competitor. So if you want to trade earnings, you're probably going to find cheaper options on Upstart, and this will move with that. But right now we're having a negative reaction on both of these items. High interest rates are not going to fare well for these guys. HubSpot going a little bit lower, but this thing's about to break down. So if this thing breaks down, it can probably go down to about 105 and $94. Affirm can drop pretty big. It had a nice rally yesterday. Oh, this is a 1 minute chart. Why am I looking at 1 minute? All right. Affirm can break down to about $68. It's at $74. It's going to decline. It has earnings at the end. I don't know what's going to happen. It's a crapshoot, but watch that. Zoom selling off. Okay, Zoom selling off. Bookings, can't see bookings, but anything's happening. ServiceNow, again. So ServiceNow guy, or now, these guys. They've been rallying, okay, and I'm just going to show you what they look like. These guys had killer earnings. This was a $700 stock. It is starting to climb. Now, here's the thing. These guys own the technology that autonomizes a lot of jobs, okay? So basically, these guys are job killers, and this is why it's climbed. These guys have major upgrades, never broke through, starting to climb up. It looks like it probably wants to go up to about 700. In an economy where you have wage inflation, TNX just crossed 2. That's not good for tech guys. So again, in an economy where you have wage inflation, okay, these are the companies that are going to do well, because these are the companies right here that they can basically go into a company and autonomize a role, a job. So that's less money that a company has to pay. So wage inflation doesn't affect them. So again, watch Snow. This is why you want to pay attention to Snow. And Snow just broke the 50-day moving average. So again, if for my investors out there, if you're looking for fair value stock that's going to do well, Snow just broke the 50-day. It's at 603. And again, if wage inflation is an issue in CPI, then you want to invest in a company that's going to combat that. And now this is where I present to you now. Here you go. Just gave you some gold there. If you like that, press that like button, subscribe, tell someone about this channel because we need to build prosperity together. All right, but there you go. That's now, and now it's starting to move. As far as a trade, let it pull back, wait for around 600 and see what happens there. On the hourly front, on the hourlies, where we're at. Okay, let it come back down. 584. Wait, let it pull back. All right, guys. So there you go. Because I'm on fire today. I want to help a lot of people out there. All right, Coinbase working his way lower. As expected, big BTC goes down. Coinbase goes down. Okay, so again, breaking down. Let's see. On the chips, my chips held the market yesterday. What's up? Come up here, my little cat. All right, Qualcomm selling off. ASML selling off. AMD selling off. Now, it doesn't mean that these are not good for trades, for bullish trades. All right, so that means that MicroStrategy holding. Let's see how these chips react. If the chips can reclaim the 50-day moving average and their previous day highs, then we're probably going to rally. But if they can't do that, remember the semiconductors helped the rally yesterday. But if we can't get these guys to cooperate, it's not going to happen. All right, guys, that's all we got. Let me give you some trades today. I gave you a few, nothing really fire. SPY, here we go, guys. This is the hourly. This is the derivative of the XPX. SPY had a beautiful breakout pre-market. This happened at 8:30. Market's having a negative reaction to it. Like I said, going down to that 450. We're already there. Does it have legs to keep going? So watch it at 450. If we break 450, we're probably going to head down to this this consolidation area around 445. Okay, again, just add a 0 to this. So again, watch it at on the hourlies. Watch it right there because it can bounce or it can sell off. It doesn't like to stay here very long. But again, give yourself some time. If you're buying the SPY, give yourself 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Okay. And don't buy too far of the money. Buy like close, out of the money, close. IWM having a positive reaction. This is the Russell 2000. Now the Russell, remember, I gave you this trade about 2 days ago. And the reason why we said, hey, bullish, bam. We had hourly breakout on the 50-day and an hourly breakout on the 15-minute time frame. So again, I feel like teaching. I'm going to give you fire. How did we look at this? Now, guys, same principle that I said earlier. This is 50 hours. This is 15 minutes. Okay. So now we got fair value on both of these things. And when that happens, you load the boat and we hit our targets of 207, 208. Now you have to lock in those gains because CPI numbers came out, can change everything. Game changer. It changed everything, but we're pulling back down to the 201. Let's see what happens there. Watch it at 201. See what happens. And 201, we're going to set up another trade. All right. If you want to trade RUT, that's RUT. All right, you can trade that. QQQs, let's go in there. All right, QQQs. All right, QQQs, guys, QQQs selling off. Again, the 10-year note at 2%, not good, 2% right there. I told you, 10-year note, 2%. We haven't priced that in yet. If we start climbing at 2%, tech is going to sell off. Again, we were getting comfortable just below 2%. So again, sold off right there. Now, let's see what happens there. Tech can probably go. If Apple 170 breaks down, then we're probably going to head lower. Okay, and so again, watch it, 353, but QQQs is probably going to collapse as well. All right, guys, so ultimately for today, guys, I am thinking bearish. Okay, bearish. At the stream, I'm thinking bearish, guys. I'm thinking bearish for today. So again, let's see what happens. As far as the white line's a 50-day moving average. So yeah, the 50-day moving average. And guys, if you want to know all my tools, all my trades, what I have here, if you go to my YouTube channel and we go here, I actually did a whole video here. If you go to Trading Education, I did 2 full videos. They're about 45 minutes. They're not 100%, but you get the gist of it. I used 50-day moving. I show you the examples of that, and it's right here. So again, it's that Trading Education. It's about 45 minutes each. Pretty good. Knock yourself out right there. If you guys want to know some momentum trading education, you can go to my Patreon page. It's right here. I have a class right here that just started. And and it's technical knowledge for trading. 140 only 149 a month. We go live on Sundays from 11 to about 2 hours, and we dissect everything. Momentum trading. Guess what? You can use this in Bitcoin. You can use it in crypto. You can use it in anything that actually is tradable event and is liquid. So we're getting that. And if you want to just support the page and you like the content, $5 a month, you get the week ahead of everybody else. And you get a lot of early access to a lot of great information that we're creating. But there it is right there. Now let's go back. As far as it's everything else, it's declining here. Let it decline. Yes, we like these trades. We like these moves. And we are good to go, guys. This is a great market. Again, guys, one thing I want, don't fall in love. We fall in love with movement. Let it just chill. If you want a review, I gave a great example with the 50-day moving average and how you can utilize it and understand it for you to make better decisions on your trading time frame. Okay, I'm a momentum trader. This is how I utilize it within this time frame. But I'm also an investor. As an investor, I use the same system, but I use it, in undervalue, fair value, and this is what we discuss in the class. So you can make better decisions. And I'll give you an example of that before I leave. It is 9:10. Let's look at Facebook. Because Facebook, everybody is like, Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I don't like Zuckerberg. Let's get that out the way. But not a big fan. But, did he do great things? Yes, he did. But here's a weekly on Facebook, right? Weeklies. So it's at 200-day moving average. It's below the 50-week moving average. If I go to the monthly, it is right at fair value on a monthly. Now look at the last time it's touched the 50-month moving average. Now, can it break below that? Absolutely. But you're getting fair value on Facebook on a 50-month time frame. Fair value. When was the last time you got fair value on Facebook? You haven't got in the monthly. You haven't. Right now, you got fair value at 230. Can it break below that? Yes, absolutely. But you're not paying above here if you're an investor. So again, if you look at the weeklies, look at weeklies. You're getting undervalued. If you have a 52-week time frame, you're getting undervalued for Facebook. And this is the 200-week moving average. Okay, so take that into consideration. 200 weeks. I haven't showed you that. 200 weeks. So here's Facebook. This is a weekly. Below the week, undervalued to the 50-week. We're at the 200-week fair value moving average. Okay, this is a monthly. This is 50 months fair value on a monthly. Okay, on Facebook. On the dailies, you're below the 50, undervalued. If you have a daily perspective, you have 50 days. You're undervalued on Facebook. Here's fair value. Okay, so that's how we measure that. Again, this is just my little meta head. Oh my God. Hey, what's up, Perry? So here's the thing, guys. We're here to make money. I'm here to create a legacy for you and your family, to help you understand. I want you to fish for yourself, right? I'm not here to give out alerts or trade. Hey, we're identify where the opportunity is. And here's the thing. My philosophy is this. Abundance breeds abundance. So the more abundantful I am, the more abundantful you guys are. And that's how we spread and we combat this scarcity mindset out there. So anyway, right there. So guys, what am I looking at today? Let me see what I'm looking at. 10-year note. Okay, that's declined. That's good. Woo! I was a little bit worried about that, but the 10-year note is coming back down. Bitcoin coming back down. Let it come back down. I said it's going to go back, retest. Let's see what happens there. Okay, right now, I like, look at CMG, pull back a little bit. So we're going to set that up, see if that moves today. Google. So everything. So what the market is translating is just seeing the Russell. That's not good. All right, let's see. Lamb Research came back up. So again, market's dissecting. The market wants to go up. The market's finding a reason to go up. Now, we have to see if there's more reasons for it to go up or not. But right now, let it consolidate. It's absorbing. But we need this page to go higher. This is the semiconductors. And I'm not noticing them going higher. Maybe Micron, MU. Watch MU. All right. All right, guys, I have to get ready. Right now, it is 9:14. I got to get ready. Oh, here's the thing, guys. So tomorrow, I have to go out of town for, oops, there we go. All right, there we go. For tomorrow, I'm going to have to go out of town for a little bit. Not for a little bit. I'll be back, but more than likely, I'm probably gonna do this maybe an hour earlier. I still want to do the presentation. I still want to give you the alerts and give you the news and all the information what I'm looking at. So I'm probably gonna go on. Was it 9:30, 7:30, maybe 6, maybe 7 o'clock, depending on the time frame. But I'm probably gonna go a little bit earlier. I'll make the announcement tonight. I'll post a live tonight for you guys. All right. Are there any big things coming up that can make this turnaround for a CPI downturn that we should take? Yeah. So great question. I'm going to share this with you real quick. So guys, let's make notes here. Is it here? We're going to go to the economic. So what do we have? Remember, there was a FMOC meeting, right, that happened last week, right? Okay, so the minutes are about to come out, and that's going to be, if we go here, you're going to go to Market Watch, and this is a great place for you to get the economic calendar of what to go out. Or you can go to my Twitter page. I will post these things up as well. So Thursday, we got Richmond at 7 o'clock, so that's the market's going to be closed. But, okay, we had that tomorrow. The sentiment, that should have moved the markets. But next week, we got the price per consumer index, retail sales, that should have moved it right here. So Wednesday, February 16th, this is going to move the markets, okay? February 16th, Bitcoin guys, right here. 2:30, February 16th, 2:30, this will move the markets, okay, guys? Because this is the minutes of what that said last week in the meeting, okay? So it's not a meeting per se, but it's the minutes, and this is where the minutes are going to be available to the public and the analysts. So they're going to dissect this, and everybody's going to dissect what was said. So they're going to read, I don't know what's going to be said. The meeting was not good. Remember, we dove pretty hard. So they're going to dive into what was said in that meeting, and then this could move the markets one way, shape, or form. That meeting wasn't good. Remember, we dropped pretty significantly on that meeting. This is the minute. So watch that. And then the following day, we have the initial jobless claim. So this is what we're going to be looking for next week, guys. So prep your trade. Don't get too bullish on me now. All right. But this could affect Bitcoin, and this could affect a lot of different things here. All right, guys. But there you have it right there. And hope that was good. All right, guys. So let's get ready. 9:17. Go out there. Go get it. Stay green, guys. Don't worry. We're gonna navigate these markets like a champ. No worries. Stay tuned. And if you haven't liked, subscribe there, guys. Make sure to do that. And I'll see you guys mañana. Take care. God bless.